Steve, how are you, bud?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good, man. How's things?
Not bad. Finished up the season yesterday.
So talk about this season a little bit. Obviously, not what you guys had hoped for over there with the Vikings. But, individually, you had a real nice year, and you've been one of the top hitters in the Cape Atlantic League for the past couple of years, and picked up milestone hit number 100. A couple more than I had in high school. We'll leave it at that. So what was that like, getting your 100th hit? That's got to be a huge thrill for a high school player.
Yeah, it's something I'll never forget. This year we kind of struggled a little bit, but in the end, it was just really fun to play this year.
Now I know, talking to Mike Gill, one of your old coaches there for Atlantic Shore. Talk about those days a little bit. You guys have had so much success in that program the last couple of years, and really has spawned some great players at the high school level. How much did playing that kind of competition help you out and kind of get you ready for the varsity experience?
It was great. I still share friendships with the players from the Atlantic Shore team. Every time I play them in opposing high school games, I'm always chatting with them before the game, seeing how they're doing, and I think it really did prepare me for varsity pitching, playing the competition that we did.
What would you say makes you such a good hitter? Have you always had that talent? How much have you had to work at it? Obviously, hitting is one of those things you're never really satisfied with your swing and how you're hitting the ball. It's kind of an everyday, ongoing thing. How did you learn how to be such a good hitter, and what has really been the key for you?
When I was younger, I went to Jason Law. I actually kind of learned my swing from him. And I went from him when I was about 6 years old until about 11. And, I really have had to work hard. I've been taking swings every day, whether it's off of a tee, my dad throwing to me, or just some soft toss. But I'm always working at it.
What do you ever feel like you're in a zone? Did you kind of have that feeling at any point this year? What's that like when you, I've heard guys talk, and Jason Law did a story on him about a month or so ago, and he was saying, one of the years when he was in college, he just went on like a 3-week crazy hot streak, and everything he hit was dropping in. And have you ever been in one of those kind of zones? And what's that like when you really, you see the ball come in and it looks like a beach ball?
Actually, I think I might have been in one of those zones right now. This past week, I think we had 4 games. Yeah. And in those 4 games, I had 10 hits. So I was just racking up hits the past couple games. Yeah, you're right. The ball comes in like a beach ball.
So you're kind of mad that the season's over now, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Just your luck. Season ends. You're on a crazy hitting streak.
Yeah.
What do you got planned?
I actually start back up on Monday for the Atlantic County Baseball League.
Oh, okay, cool.
Playing for Ocean City.
Nice. Is this your first year in that league?
No, this will be my second year with Ocean City, and I came in the league 3 years ago. I played with Margate for 1 year.
Oh, wow. How much has that league helped? I mean, you're talking some really high-level pitching, a lot of college pitchers, and when you're a high school player, facing guys like that all summer has got to be good for you. You get into high school, and it seems like no big deal when you're facing high school pitching after facing guys throwing in the high 80s and low 90s all summer.
Yeah, that definitely prepared me well. It never gets old playing that kind of talent. I've been playing with people older than me my whole life, basically. So I like the challenge.
How important is that? You touched on something I wanted to get into, Steve. We're talking to Steve Myers from Atlantic City High School, outstanding hitter with the Vikings. And a lot of times, this day and age, you might see parents hold a kid back and maybe start him kindergarten later, so he's always one of the older kids on the team and really dominating in sports. But, I was one of those guys who started young. I was only a couple weeks past 5 years old when I started kindergarten, so I was always one of the younger guys, and graduated high school when I was 17, so I was always playing up a level or two. How important has that been in your career to always play against older guys? That's really what makes you a better ball player.
I think that's really been the key. My brother is 2 years older than me, and I believe you start T-ball when you're 5. But my parents signed me and my brother up when he was 5, so I just started playing T-ball when I was 3.
You snuck in there?
Yeah, and then when it was time to actually be in T-ball, I had to move up because it was sort of like a hazard because everyone just stands like 5 feet from the tee. I didn't want to hurt anyone.
You're ripping line drives at a bunch of 5-year-olds?
Yeah.
So your brother, who's the better wiffle ball player? Me and my brother have this argument for the last 30 years or so.
I'm going to have to give that to my brother.
Yeah?
Nasty knuckleball. Yeah.
Now, at what age were you when you were finally able to beat him one-on-one?
I'd say probably when I was around 14.
Yeah, I think I was 12 or 13 when I finally got my brother. You know, we've been playing for years and years before that, and it's one of those things when you got an older brother, they're not going to take it easy on you, right?
Oh yeah, he goes hard all the time.
So what does the future hold for you, Steve? What are you looking at the next couple of years?
Well, I'm enrolled at Rowan University, so I'm going to go there next year and try out for the baseball team in the fall. Hopefully make that. Depending on how I do in the fall, that'll determine if I make the spring team.
Nice. Any course of study you're honing in on?
Yeah, I'm going to do exercise science there, and then hopefully after that get into a graduate school for physical therapy.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
What's your experience been like at Atlantic City High School? You know, a lot of great sports teams over there, and it seems to be the last couple of years a little bit more school spirit around some of these teams. And you know, you had the basketball team make that nice run this past winter. The field hockey teams had a couple of real good years. So what's it been like for the Vikings and those student athletes over there the last couple of years?
Yeah, like you said, our basketball team was very good this year. I went to a couple of the playoff games, and the student section was actually crazy. You know, it was sort of almost like one of those college level student sections, and it was just kind of fun to see everyone so into the game and cheering for our school.
Talking with Steve Myers, senior at Atlantic City High School. Just recently finished up his high school career with more than 100 hits, so an outstanding career. Have you had any time to think about your career? I know it's only been a couple of days since the season ended. What do you think the last 4 years are going to mean to you as you go through your life? And really made your mark there at Atlantic City High School as one of the best players in that baseball program.
Yeah, my dad was telling me last night that he was like, right now, you're not necessarily going to miss it, but years from now you will. And he's absolutely right because, even maybe a week from now I'm going to want to go out there and practice with my old teammates, but I can't because it's over.
Well, we expect to hear your name as the alumni game MVP sometime in the next 10 years or so.
I already told Bean to pencil me down for next year.
Nice, man. Good stuff. Appreciate you taking a few minutes, Steve. We're up against the break. Got to let you go, but enjoy the rest of your weekend, and good luck in college, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. Have a good weekend.
You too.
That was Steve Myers of Atlantic City High School. Outstanding young man. Had a great 4 years with the Vikings of Atlantic City, and he's going to be heading over to Rowan University